Want to now go back to Uvalde, Texas. Don McLaughlin is the mayor of the town there, and he joins us now. Mr. Mayor, I know how busy this time is for you, and we appreciate you taking time to speak with us and the nation. Let's start off with how is the town doing? I mean, I can't imagine how difficult it is.
Well, I mean, this town is heartbroken. Everybody is. I mean, we've got 19 families that lost loved ones. Two teachers, their family lost. One teacher lost her husband that lost her life. Her husband had a heart attack and died yesterday. I mean, this town's in shock. But, you know, the one good thing about our community, it's a strong community. We'll bounce back from this. Yes, it'll take a long time to heal, but we will unite, and we are a strong community, a close-knit community, and we will come back from this.
You know, Mayor, you've been the mayor there since 2014. It's a town of 16,000 people. You know a lot of people there. What do people need right now? What do you think will help the community comfort them through this time?
Well, I mean, we've got lots of counselors coming into town, lots of prayers. Prayers never are always appreciated, but the outpouring of love and comfort that we're getting from all over the world and the country is one of the things that helps heals. But I mean, the biggest thing this community needs now is for the counseling for those families that need it, the kids that were at that school. You know, like I said, we're going to have another prayer vigil, I think, this evening, where people can come together. The one we went to the other night, it was just amazing to see the community come together, and there were family members there that lost loved ones. You know, to see them out and to see the love that this community showed them is just, it's remarkable.
Mr. Mayor, earlier today we saw Steve McCraw, the director of Texas DPS for the South, give an extraordinary press conference. And when you consider the questions that all of the parents are asking about how could this have been prevented, could more have been done during the incident, we learned that a door was propped open and that's how the gunman got access. And then Director McCraw said this about the decision to not breach the door of the classroom to try to take out the gunman sooner. Listen here.
Of course it was not the right decision. It was a wrong decision, period. There's no excuse for that. But again, I wasn't there, but I'm just telling you, from what we know, we believe there should have been an entry at that as soon as you can.
What do you make of all that, Mayor?
Well, I'm not on the law enforcement side, and I'm leaving them to their investigation because I'm not involved in that. But I mean, I do know that there was a Uvalde sheriff deputy and the UCISD police and the Border Patrol that made entry into that room. I don't know all the facts in that, and you know, and like I said, I was a little upset yesterday when the facts changed again, and I'm hoping to get a briefing this afternoon to maybe get a clear understanding. You know, whatever happened, it's a tragedy. We're going to have to find out what mistakes were made or what happened and get to the bottom of it. But again, I'm not in the law enforcement side, so you know, I haven't been privy to all their investigation.
You know, Mr. Mayor, when you signed up for this job, I can't imagine you ever thought you would ever have to do anything like this to try to comfort your community. How can you play a role and help people here? What do you even say to parents? What are the conversations you are having with them to try to bring them some support and let them know that we are all standing behind them?
Well, I mean, nobody should ever have to go through this, and I hope it never has to be again for anybody in the world. But all I can tell these families is we're here for you. We'll be here for you when everybody's gone, when the news media is gone, and everybody's gone down the road, that we will be here in this community for you. We will see that you have what you need. And don't pull in a hole. Reach out to us if you need something. Let us know. And like I said, this is a close-knit community. There'll be people checking on these people, seeing these people, making sure that they're taken care of and their needs are taken care of.
Mr. Mayor, you've never been one to mince words. We saw that the other day at Governor Greg Abbott's press conference. But you also talk about the failure of the county, the state, and federal officials when it comes to incidents like this. You said, quote, everyone every politician in Washington, in the state, every time it is mental health, mental health, mental health. Well, it's time to shut up and put your money where your mouth is. Tell us more about that, Mr. Mayor.
Well, I mean, how many times do we hear that a shooter had mental problems? He never got the help that he needed. He never got they drop him off the face of the earth. Nobody wants to pick up that tab to treat a mental health bill. Mental health is real. And like I said, that's not the only factor to this. Sure, the gun played a role in it too. But what if we would have been able to help this child? What if some incident would have triggered that somebody could have called and we could have got him help? And we could have avoided this. But the problem is we don't do anything. When we have a mental health bill here, they evaluate you. Okay, go on. We don't have any services in rural Texas. You got to go to San Antonio, or you got to go to Kerrville, or you got to go to Austin. They're 2.5 hours away, and a lot of these families don't have the ability to get there. So, we need. It's time that we keep talking about, treating mental health, addressing the issue, and we need to quit talking about it. We give billions of dollars away to countries that don't even like us. We ought to be taking that money and investing in our own country and building facilities. Look at the homeless people in Houston, Austin, San Antonio, all over the United States that are on the street that have problems, and they're not getting any help from anybody.
Yeah,
we just leave them on.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that is such a good point you are making, that people in your own community have to drive 2 hours away to a larger city to receive mental health services and counseling. I mean, do you think now maybe that will change? Will there be some resources put into your community so that people can receive treatment right in their hometown?
I'm hoping so. 2 years ago, we started working right before COVID started. The city donated 7.5 acres, and we were trying to get a mental health hospital built in Uvalde because it would be the hub for 44 counties to be able to come to Uvalde and receive treatment. Of course, we have to, all of a sudden it was a go, and then all of a sudden we were told we had to raise $26 million to build this facility. We don't have that kind of money, so we're gonna go back out and start looking at, can we build a smaller one or something? But rural Texas lacks these services. This hospital in Uvalde would be the first opportunity to service all these counties in our area. And hopefully we can get this hospital built and have the help that these people need in our area and the surrounding area.
Yeah. Mr. Mayor, we should point out as well, I don't know if it would ever go to construction of a hospital, but you've started the Robb School Memorial Fund. We just want to put up on the screen if any of the folks at home would like to donate to your community, you can send checks to 200 East Nopal Street, Uvalde, Texas. You can also do it via Zelle at robbschoolmemorialfund@gmail.com or online at theonestarfoundation.org. Mr. Mayor, the entire nation is praying for your city. We wish you Godspeed in trying to get through this tragedy.
Thank you very much, and we appreciate all the prayers and love that we're feeling, and God bless you.
I'll let you get back to work. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.